So, my dear students of 10th standard, I welcome you all in the name of Almighty Father to enter into a new lesson, Unit 11, Carbon and its Compounds. In your science book, Unit 11, Carbon and its Compounds. So far we have discussed 4 lessons. This is the last lesson in the chemistry part of your science book, Carbon and its Compounds. And it is a very important lesson because carbon is playing very important role in our day-to-day life. And my dear students, already we have learned in 9th standard book in 15th unit, that is a lesson, carbon and its compounds. Carbon and its compounds. So regarding carbon, already we have learned, already we have started. So in 9th standard it is given carbon is a most important element, which is a non-metal. Carbon is a non-metal. What is the symbol of carbon? Do you know what is the symbol of carbon? C. You have to write in capital letter C. And this carbon is placed in the 14th group of the periodic table. Also, you learned about who named carbon. Are you able to remember who named carbon? This Antoine Lavoisier named carbon from the Latin word carbo, C-A-R-B-O, carbo. What is the meaning of carbo? That means coal. Because the main constituent of coal is carbon. The main constituent of coal, lignite. And what is the main constituent? Carbon. And it is a fossil fuel. How coal is formed, how petroleum is formed. All this already have learned in the lower classes. Coal is a fossil fuel developed from prolonged decomposition of buried plants and animals. So from that it is very clear that all the life forms contain carbon. All the lives, all the living beings, whether it may be an animal or human being or plants, trees, everything contain carbon. So carbon play very important role in all the living beings. Carbon only develop the life on this earth. Also, my dear students, what is the percentage of carbon in the earth crust? The earth crust contain only very minimum amount, 0.032% carbon only in the earth crust, in the form of carbonate, coal, petroleum, like that. Also, what is the percentage of carbon in the atmosphere? Already we learned air is a mixture, and this air constitute nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, rare gases, water vapor, dust particles. So this carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is also very less in proportion, that is 0.03%. 0.03%. That is 300 parts per million by weight. So very minimum amount, little proportion, negligible proportion only in the atmosphere, only in the earth crust. But even though carbon compounds have an immense importance, very high importance, play very important role in our everyday life. For example, see, carbon is present in our muscles, bones, organs, blood, and other components of living matter. And see, the large number of things what we use in our daily life are made up of carbon compounds. So you can imagine, you can make a list of any 10 items, 10 things that you have used or consumed since the morning. You try to list out any 10 things that you have used or consumed since the morning. What and all we use normally? See, we use vessels for cooking, eating, cutlery items, glass tumbler, pottery items, food, book, clothes, domestic and automobile fuels, paints, cosmetic, automobile parts. So all these contain carbon as a main constituent. So wherever we go, in every walk of life, carbon is play very important role. That's why you see, without carbon, there is no possibility for the existence of plants and animals, including human. This you have to keep in your mind. So without carbon, there is no possibility for the existence of plants and animals, including human. That's why we used to say carbon chemistry is called as living chemistry. Carbon chemistry is living chemistry because without carbon, there is no existence of life on this earth. This you have to keep in though such a important role for the carbon on this earth. So because of carbon only, life is existing on this earth. And also you have learned about the discovery of carbon. So this discovery of carbon is uh, not at a stretch. Many scientists put their effort to found to identify this important element. This important element already you learned the carbon compounds, the classification. This was done by Berzelius in 19th century. There is organic compound and inorganic compound. Two types of carbon compound already studied in 9th standard. Organic carbon compound, inorganic carbon compound. So organic carbon compounds means the carbon obtained from a living organism, from the living being. Living being means from plants, animals, what and all we get from the plants and animals. Example, ethanol. Ethanol is obtained from the sugar cane, from the living plant. Cellulose, that is the main part, the basic for the development of food in the plant. Starch, that is a food prepared by the plant. Then inorganic carbon compound. So carbon obtained artificially or from the non-living matter. From the non-living matter. Example, calcium carbonate, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. So these things are obtained from non-living matter. So there are two types of carbon compounds. All these already have learned in 9th standard. So my dear student, there are a number of carbon compounds known at present. Is more than 5 million compounds are there. More than 5 million compounds are there. No any other element in the periodic table found to give such a countless number of carbon compound. So now we are enter into in our 10th standard portion. See, carbon is an inseparable element in human life. Carbon is an inseparable element that cannot be separated from the life. And also see, we use countless number, innumerable number of carbon compounds in our day-to-day life. Already told that food we eat, medicines, clothes, domestic and automobile parts, paint, cosmetic, and there are every item, more or less every item what we use in our day-to-day life contain carbon. See, that's why it is, see, there are more than 5 million carbon compounds are obtained. More than. Then, what is the reason? What is the cause for the formation of countless number of carbon compounds? What is the reason or cause for the formation of innumerable number of carbon compounds? There is a reason, there is a cause. That is nothing but that is the unique nature of carbon atom. That is a unique nature of the peculiar property, the special property of carbon atom. So, carbon only possesses such a peculiar property to combine with any other element in different ratio, in different form, in the form of a chain, in the form of a linear pattern, in the form of a closed chain pattern. Different compounds can be obtained. So for example, see, such as catenation. Already learned about catenation in 9th standard. You studied about catenation. Are you able to recall what is called catenation? Catenation is nothing but it is a unique ability to form bonds with other atom of carbon, giving rise to a large molecules. So it is the unique, the special ability to form bonds with the other atoms. So carbon having a special property, unique property to combine with any other atom to give rise different range of large molecules. Because of this different large molecule, different compounds are obtained. Next one property is tetravalency. What is called tetravalency? This is nothing but tetra means 4. That is the tendency to share its 4 electron with other atom to complete its octet structure. So octet structure already we learn. What is called the octet rule, rule of 8. That is the tendency of an atom having 8 electron in their outermost shell. The tendency of an atom attaining 8 electron in their outermost shell. That is called the octet structure, rule of 8. So, carbon having this peculiar tendency to share its 4 electron with other atom to complete its octet structure. Because of this various number of carbon compounds are obtained. So, what is the symbol of carbon? Already told, C. Atomic number 6. Atomic number 6. And its configuration, electronic configuration. Electronic configuration means distribution of electron in the different atomic orbital using the formula 2n squared. So 6 atomic number means the number of proton 6. So same number of electron will be there, 6 electron. So these 6 electrons are distributed using the formula 2n squared. That is K shell 2 electron, L shell 4 electron. So what is the configuration? 2, 4. So 4 electrons are here as valence electron. 4 electrons are here as valence electrons. So these 4 electrons only combine with other atoms, bond with other atom to complete its octet structure to give innumerable number of compounds. Then also see this carbon, which is having the ability to enable to combine itself or other element like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and also with other elements, and hence form a large number of compounds, and hence it's going to form large number of carbon compounds. Then so here see, all these compounds are made of covalent bond. What is a bond? Bond. Bond means the force of attraction between the combining atom. Already you learn in 9th standard. There are different types of bonding that you have learned in the chemical bonding lesson. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Ionic bond take place because of transfer of electron. Transfer of electrons. Normally metals donate electron, non-metal gain electron. The atom, the element which easily donate electron is called electropositive charactered element. The atom which gain electron is going to be electronegative in character. Electronegative in character. So here that the carbon will not lose its 4 electron or gain 4 electron to form a compound. So what happens? See, carbon going to share its 4 electron in the valence shell to combining atom to form innumerable number of compounds. That is called a covalent bond. Compound formed by the sharing of electron. Compounds formed by the sharing of electron is called covalent bond. Covalent bond. And these compounds are called organic compounds. These compounds are called organic compound, and we are going to study about this carbon compound, the peculiar carbon compound in this lesson. First one, see some characteristics of this organic compound. It is going to be uh, everything in this world has unique character. Similarly, organic compounds also having unique. Unique means a special property, because we know each and every person in this world having uniqueness, having special uh, image, special property, special character. Similarly, carbon also possesses some unique in their character. So first one, see, organic compounds have a high molecular weight and complex structure. The first point is high molecular weight. The molecular weight is more, and it is going to give a complex structure. The structure is going to be complex. Then second point, they are mostly insoluble in water. So these organic compounds will not dissolve in water. So these compounds are dissolved only in organic solvents like ether, carbon tetrachloride, toluene, benzene. So like that solvents only dissolve these compounds. Already we learned in the solution lesson, like dissolves like. Do you know what is the meaning of this one? Chemists normally used this term, like dissolves like. That means, see, polar solvent dissolve polar compounds. Non-polar solvent dissolve non-polar compound. Are you able to understand? For example, see, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride can be easily dissolved in water. It's a polar compound dissolved in polar solvent. Similarly, this type of wax, fat, this type of non-polar organic compound dissolve only taking ether, carbon tetrachloride, like that. those compounds will not dissolve in water. That is the meaning of like dissolves like. Then next point, see, they are highly inflammable in nature. So these carbon compounds are easily combustible, easily burn in presence of oxygen, presence of the supporter of oxygen. Then organic compounds are less reactive compared to inorganic compound. Hence, the reaction involving organic compound proceed slower rate. So they are not highly reactive compounds, less reactive compound. So because of this less reactiveness, their reactions are at very slow rate. Rate of reaction is low. Then next, see, that is next point. Mostly organic compounds form covalent bonds in nature. Covalent bonds, already told, already explained in the previous uh, section, previous class standard, also 9th standard. That is the force of attraction between two molecules are not very strong. The force of attraction is very, the force of attraction is very. So my dear students, mostly organic compounds are covalent bonds in nature. Covalent bonds means already learned. Uh, there are different types of bond. You have learned in 9th standard: ionic bond or electrovalent bond, covalent bond, metallic bond, and coordinate covalent bond. So covalent bonds are formed with the sharing of electron between the combining atom. Covalent bonds are formed with the sharing of electron from their valence shell between the combining atoms. There are different types of covalent bond: single bond, double bond, triple bond. Single bond means sharing one pair of electron. Double bond means sharing two pairs of electron. Triple bond means sharing three pairs of electron. So these compounds, organic compounds, these carbon compounds are formed because of the covalent bonding between the combining atom. Then they have lower melting point and boiling point. Melting and boiling point is very low because the force of attraction is not very strong. The force of attraction between two molecules, atoms, are not very strong. So it is easy to break by giving very less amount of energy. That's why you see melting point, boiling point is low. Then next one, see, they exhibit the phenomenon of isomerism. They exhibit the phenomenon of isomerism. What is called isomerism? That is nothing but single molecular formula, same molecular formula. Different organic compounds are obtained and they differ in their physical and chemical properties. It's the same molecular formula and different organic compounds. That property is called isomerism. Next one, see, they are volatile in nature. Volatile, that means, see, the volatile, that is the tendency of substance to evaporate at normal temperature and pressure. Volatile means it is a tendency, it is a behavior of a substance to evaporate at normal temperature and pressure. So these organic compounds possessing such a property of evaporating at normal temperature and pressure, easily evaporate at normal temperature, easily evaporate at normal temperature. Then organic compounds can be prepared in the laboratory. Organic compounds can be prepared in the laboratory. So these are the some of the general properties, general characteristics of organic compounds. First one, see, high molecular weight, complex structure, insoluble in water, but soluble in organic solvents and highly inflammable, easily combustible. Then less reactive, and the reactions are at a slow rate, less reactive. And next, see, they form covalent bond in nature, and their melting and boiling point is low, and they possess the property of isomerism. Single molecular formula represents several organic compounds and volatile in nature, easily evaporate at normal temperature, and organic compounds can be prepared in the laboratory. So so far we have discussed the mainly the introduction part, because carbon is a very important element. It plays a very important role in our day-to-day life. So we elaborately learned about the uh, introduction part of this carbon, and we learned some general characteristics of this organic compound, and the next class we are going to study about the classification of organic compound based on the pattern of carbon chain. Classification of organic compound based on the pattern, whether it going to form a linear pattern or a closed chain pattern, open chain pattern. So there are different uh, classifications are there, like the open chain, closed chain. Those compounds we are going to study in the next class. So you learn uh, sincerely from the beginning. Already 4 lessons are completed. You have to complete your classwork, get ready with your classwork. When you are called, you have to come and submit. Classwork checking will be there. And this lesson is very important lesson. Learn thoroughly. And also next, for the types of chemical reaction, uh, there will be a test. Next test will be conducted on types of chemical reaction. Prepare well. You have enough time at home, enough free time, so don't waste the time. You sit and stick on your place and prepare well. Go through, revise. The revision, how many times you revise, will going to enhance your knowledge very effectively. Going to enhance your knowledge. So wish you all the best. Thank you. God bless you.